Hello everyone. In this video I will be demonstrating the technique I have been using to lace my computer cables. I will be showing you this on a cable consisting of 2 layers of wire, like this. For this I will be using a piece of waxed cotton cord, diameter 1 mm. You can get this off eBay. It's very cheap and it's nice to work with, easy to handle. You can use other stuff such as nylon thread, but because nylon thread is quite slippery, it's a lot trickier to work with and requires quite a bit more patience. Plus it rips more easily than this stuff. This is quite solid actually. Before you start, you have to take into account that you will end up with a bottom side and a top side. Meaning on one side you will have your knot. There actually will only be one. And the other side will be clean. So you have to be aware which side of this cable will be visible in the end. Once you've done that, first thing you do is you go in through the side and you come out at the bottom, somewhere in the middle. You leave enough thread to make a knot at the end. As you can see, I have numbered the pairs of wire. This is pair 1, pair 2, and so on and so forth. You loop around the entire package and you come back in again here, same place, but this time you go across the entire package of wires, like this. Don't make it too tight. That will just end up pulling everything together into one round bundle. Then you loop across this piece here, like so. And again you go across almost the entire package, but you come out one wire inset on the bottom. And then you loop across this piece here and you go in through, you go in between 7 and 8 and you come out between 7 and 8. It will look like this at the bottom and like this at the top, and then you loop across this piece, again you go in between 7 and 8 and you come out between 7 and 8. Don't tie it down too much, because you might end up pulling this piece between the wires. You come out again here and again you loop across this piece, you go in between 7 and 8, but this time you come out on top between 7 and 6. You come out one pair of wires over, which is kind of actually a trick of this technique. And you can see why I've said to come out at the bottom at the beginning, because you end up with a double loop here, which can be a bit unaesthetic. And now it's quite easy. You go across this piece, you go in between 6 and 7 and you come out between 6 and 7 at the bottom. You go in between 6 and 7, looping across this piece again, and you come out at the top between 6 and 5, like so. Down between 6 and 5, and you come out between 6 and 5. You go up between 6 and 5 and you come out between 5 and 4. 5 and 4, 5 and 4, 4 and 4 and 3. And once you're here, instead of coming out into the vast emptiness of space, you still loop across this piece, but you go back again. So you go down between 1 and 2, but instead of coming out at the top, you go back across the entire package between the 2 layers, like this. And you loop across here, and you come out where you've left your piece of thread. And once you're here, you make a knot. And with this cord, you don't need to leave a lot of thread or be extra careful with the knot. It will hold very nicely. If you're using nylon or something else a bit trickier, you might want to fix this knot with some glue, maybe. I haven't needed to do that yet, but maybe you will find it makes sense for you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you found this somewhat useful, and thanks for watching.